with everything like we've spoken about, then like I always talk about the call to adventure.
Hmm.
Um, there's always like, and there's multiple throughout your life. Like I've already picked out like a few in my head, which I think you're probably going to talk about. But what would you say is the one that's got you to where you are today with everything you're doing? Because you've got your races that you're doing, you've got your own like runs and stuff that you're doing, and just the whole journey you're on with volunteering and like what's brought you to this point today.
Dick. It is. It all stems from losing Jake and Deck being born. It, don't get me wrong, when I was younger, and I mean a kid, I'd be a sod. I couldn't stay in the house. They had nothing. I say I had ADHD, but back then we didn't have. I was just a fucking waste as far as I was concerned. Um, I'd be out the window. I'd be running into the woods and be gone in the night and just running around, just being alone to myself. And that was at the age of 10. Where I lived, it was I could climb out of the window and I could be in the woods in the forestry within a matter of 10 minutes. And in the end, they just give up and just thought, well, fucking hell, he's safe anyway. But you're talking a long time ago now. So whereas everything was changed. So in the 70s and the 80s, it's not like it is now, is it? So um, that's when I would start. And I remember my earliest memory of just just getting away from everybody and just running. And you can call it running away if you like. I lived in a place called Kevin Cribble down in January, and I left the house in the morning, and I ended up in Swansea. Just run, walked, and just went. And that was when I was about 10, and I had the police looking for me and everything. When they finally found me, and they took me back in the police car, my fucking father and my mother were going mental with me. But they couldn't stop me because the very next day I'd be out that window and I'd be gone again. So that I've always had that call to go out and do something stupid. Hence why I ended up in the army. Um, it was basically my parents got divorced. They split up. My friend Barry I was talking about. We left. Me and my mother left Kevin in Bridgend, and we ended up living up in Llanarran. My mother got remarried, and she went off to live in Barry, and I didn't want to go because I just moved to Pencott and a couple of months before, and I had nowhere to live. I was about 13, 14, and my mate Barry, um, I went and lived with him for about a year, something like that, and then put myself through school. Then I moved to Cardiff. I was about 16, and doing college. Went to college doing carpentry and stuff like that. And then yeah, I went in the army because I didn't. My family sort of fell apart, and my father was living in one side, my mother was another, and the parents divorced. It just yeah, it was just frying my head. Um, and then I just joined the army and went off in the army and didn't come back for about 10, 15 years. I seen them then, and that was it. Like, don't get me wrong, I got a good relationship with them, like, but I just it was not what you got now.
Yeah.
So my kids always come first, always, always. So no matter what I do, they come first. And most parents these days, this day and age, this day and age to what my parents were like, and the older generation is better. It's not much better than in in this day and age, but that's the one thing that I would say is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like I said, going back to what caused me recently, it's got to be my two boys, losing Jake and Deck is just an inspiration to me because the shit that he has to go through. I mean, he's 17, sorry. He's 17, just turned 17. And he's had 3 major heart operations. 2 of them within the first 2 years of his life. The last one was when he was 12. And that one, if I showed you a video now, you would be fucking bawling your eyes out, because in his recovery he had to get up and walk, because obviously he can't, he's got to get everything moving. That was literally about 3 days after, and honestly it's harrowing to see, but you look at him now and it's phenomenal, the difference in him. Don't get me wrong, he's still a shit but he's my shit, and he's good as gold, in all fairness, but he's had to put up with a lot, because he was prem as well. He's hard of hearing, although you wouldn't tell it. He's got a bit of problems with his eyes at the moment as well. He could be going blind. We won't know until next month, the end of next month, once we find out that. But fingers crossed, the last time they checked, he was doing okay. So they said it may not be the disease that they thought it was.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, everything will be okay.
Yeah, touch wood.
Yeah. But they are the main calling for me in recent years then.
Yeah. So is that like inspiring you to, like, what's caused that to get into the ultras and the running? Is it more for like your own health so you can be there for them, or is it to because you now know what they're going through, you realise what you can push through?
Yeah. Basically, losing Jake, the way that I look at it is, that was the calling for me to turn my life around, to stop being what I was. Then I look at it when we had Deck was born. I look at it, losing Jake was the pain I had to go through to make it. This is the only way I can make sense of it. It's the pain that I had to go through to be able to face what was coming with Deck, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So that I could be strong enough and be there for everybody. And that's what I did. That's how I managed it. But inside I was crumbling, and I was falling apart because I hated seeing my little boy so ill. He is my best friend. He is. I love him to bits. I love all my kids, but he's been through so much, and how he has dealt with it is phenomenal. I'm so proud of him. But I was crumbling inside, because seeing him in pain, seeing him not being able to walk up the flight of stairs, not being able to go out in the heat because they would zap him, it was horrible. So I couldn't bear it. So the only thing that I could do was go and run, because I couldn't think of anything else. I could go to the gym, I could lift things, but lifting things, I'm built to lift things. I'm not built to run. So I can lift quite heavy things, but I'm not the best runner. I'm not the fastest runner. So I found running hard. So if I'm going to do something, I want to do it something that's hard. So that's why I tried to. That's why I run, basically, because it's still hard, and it makes. I'm not comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
As much as I can go and do, I can go out and just run and walk and run and walk and run and walk all day long. But I'm not. I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the pain, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I enjoy it to the point where it makes me feel alive. Because if I'm not feeling that pain, then there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like a lot of runners have that sort of sense with running. Not all runners. There's people that do just genuinely enjoy running, and like you're saying, like they're probably the ones that are more built for it. I'm quite a natural runner, and that's why I don't enjoy running, because like you're saying with weights, it comes too easy to me sometimes. And I enjoy doing weights because that's hard for me. And lifting heavy things is not easy.
I haven't been to the gym for, Christ, about 3 months, 4 months. I walked in there on last Tuesday, Wednesday. Straight upstairs, racked the deadlift up, started off with 100, ended up at 190, and I was doing 190 for 10. And dropped it and walked away, didn't hurt me at all. Jumped on the treadmill next day, 3 miles fucking killed me. But it's a big difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've all got strengths and weaknesses. And I think you've got to take yourself out the comfort zone. You've got to do it.
I definitely have like way more respect for those that are doing something that's not natural for them. Like if I watch the NBA, for example, that like sub 6 foot white basketball player that's like clearly worked his ass off to be there going against like 6'5" people, you just look at them and you're like, you've done some graft to get there.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else, you can see that they're going to be a basketball player.
Yeah.
And you see it in every sport, and you've always got that outlier that's like, you've had to graft to be there. Like Dan was talking about it, he's like, I'm the fat runner. If I'm overtaking like someone that looks like they're built for running, like I am gonna laugh at them.
Yes.
But like they're the people that deserve it the most, in my opinion, because they've clearly put in some hard work to get there.
Oh yeah, Dan's he's just phenomenal. He is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
he cracks me up.
But like, you've done a fair amount of ultras as well. What's the longest ultra you've done so far?
Longest I've done?
Yeah.
I've done the Ring of Fire. That was 35. It was multiple day one. That was a long time ago now. I was going back, what are we now, 24, so good God, you're looking at about 7-8 years ago now. I've done that. Found that quite boring, to be honest. But the longest I've done, as not as an ultra itself, but my own, I've done 200 miles. I've done 200. But that was just fucking stupid. That was really, it was a challenge that I set up for myself just to be able to go and do.
Yeah.
And it was just around the vicinity of Bridgend. And yeah, and I ended up doing it four times, so it was 4 loops, and it was 200 miles. So it came in at 201, but we'll call it 200 because
Runner's maths, innit?
Yeah, it is. But that was then the seed of me wanting to do races and set races up.
Yeah.
And because Bridgend hasn't gone many. There's not, and Bridgend is sort of missed for its mountains and its forestries, and I thought, let's see what I can do here. And I was training for the Grim Reaper. Must have been about 4 years ago. No, it was before COVID, so it was before the cancer. So it was about 2017, 2018, and do you know what the Grim Reaper is?
No.
It's a 10-mile loop. I think it's in somewhere down in England. I think it's Gloucestershire way, and it's a 10-mile loop around this castle, and you can do either 40, 70, or 100 miles. So I was training for that. And I didn't end up doing it, but I'd created a loop down where I lived, and I was born, of 8 miles, but I'd added on the extra 2. So I found an extra 2 from somewhere through a farmer's field that I wasn't supposed to go through. But I spoke to him, and he was fine about it. So I'd done that, but I couldn't get him to consent to me getting people in to do when I was doing the races. So he wouldn't allow that, and I was like, right, fine, not a problem. So that went to the wayside for a long time. And then last year, a good friend of mine turned around to me and said, just go for it. Just give it a go. Why don't you just give it a go? And I thought, right, I'm setting up. I'll set it up and let's see what happens. So set it up and I went back out and done the loop again, but I could only get 8 miles again. So I thought, right, that's the 8 for 8. Then I got told I couldn't run the race from a certain point. I had to run it from somewhere else, which was half a mile away. So that then became a 9 mile loop. So I thought, right, you can't have the 8 for 8 with, it's not 8 miles. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be the 8 hours, isn't it? So someone said to me quite recently, do you think you're frightening people off with the name, the Hateful Eight? Let me tell people, it is horrible. Luke will tell you that. Dan will tell you that. He's even told me that was one that nearly broke him as well. But it is, you can do what you want to do. I set it up basically to pull people into the ultra. And I know it sounds stupid, but if you do 3 loops of that, it's 27 miles. So what are you in? You're into an ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah? Theoretically, you are, because you're over a marathon distance. So you are theoretically now an ultra marathon. So if you do 3 loops of that, happy days. And you've got 8 hours to do it. And it is very, very doable. And that's what I liked about the Pegasus events, where you could go in and you had no time limit, you had no cut-offs, and they will wait for you.
Yeah.
And that's why I love volunteering for them. That's why I love them. You honestly make so many good friends in there.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But that's why I set up the 8 for 8 to get more people in. And then from there, then they can go and do a 30 miler. They can go and do a 40 miler. They can then do a 50 miler. As long as you do it in the sequence that you're supposed to be doing it. Don't be stupid like me. Go from 13 to 30, 13 to 50, whatever. In the beginning, and that's what I found hard when I started. There was no, you could train for a 50 miler, but there was nothing in between for you to train for unless you've done a marathon.
Yeah.
And you need something. You need race experience as well. As much as you can go out, you can train as much as you want, but race day is totally different. Absolutely, totally different. Your nerves get you. You can't sleep the night before. Whereas if you're doing, you could go and do a 30 miler tomorrow. Me and you could go out and do a 30 miler tomorrow. No stress, nothing. We could pack for it. We could go. We'd have a fucking whale of a time. Wouldn't worry us. Following week you're going to do a 30 miler and it's race day. You're fucking shitting your pants. You're like, oh my god, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if people think I'm shit? Let me tell you, people, no fucking gives a fuck if you're shit or not. You finish that line, everybody's got to come first. Somebody's got to come first and somebody's got to come last. And there's loads of people in the middle. And the first person who comes first, yay, happy days, fucking amazing. But the happiest person is going to be the one at the end who's put that grit and determination in to finish that run.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that I love. I love everybody, but they're the people that I love the most because you see the pain and suffering that they go through to get over that line. It's phenomenal. And I've been there. I've done it. I've seen Dan in the Wild Horse, not this year, last year. And the determination that bloke had to get over that line and the fucking pain he was in was unbelievable. And he is an inspiration to us all.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest.
No, it is. Yeah, as he calls it, it's getting full value.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Yeah, it is basically full value. It is full value.
Making the most of your money.
Yeah,
just
definitely
spend as much time out there as you can.
Yeah.
And
the Edam last year took me 19 hours, right? And it was the Edam on tour. It was fucking horrible. Absolutely horrible. And it took me 19 hours. first 10 miles, I was great. Running it, loving life. And then we picked up a little group, and sometimes this is my problem. I pick up with a lot of people, and then I just go along with the crack, and I just end up, that's it. That my race goes out the window. I'm enjoying it too much. Absolutely love it. I love the company with people. And then you see people suffering, and then you're like, yeah, I've got to help them. Then I can't leave people. I can't leave people.
Yeah.
I've got to make sure that they've become my mission. And as far as I'm concerned, then that's why I do races. That's why I end. It's like, what is it? It's like fate, I suppose. I could see someone suffering. Right, you need help. I'll give you help, and then away to go. What I don't like is sometimes you find someone like that, and then all of a sudden they get a second win and they fucking left you. Hey ho, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone's running their own race.
Yeah.
They've all got their own reasons for being there.
Exactly.
So with your Hateful Eight then, for those that are listening that don't really know about it, like, can you just explain it, break it down what it is?
Yeah, right. Basically, it's a 9-mile loop. 4 miles of it is on road. 4.5 miles of it's on road. 4.5 miles of it off road, mixed terrain. You've got a fire road for about a mile. Then you've got forestry section for about 1.5 miles, and then you've got a quarry section for about another 1.5 miles, and then you've got about another mile then of just fire road. It's a loop that you've got to do. You can do it as many times, and the winner is the one that does the most loops in the 8 hours. It's about 900 foot to climb, and it is a bit of a bitch. It is. It can be, but it's all depending how you want to run it. And I mean, like, we put it on in March, and there was a number of running punks there, and straight away it became a competition. You could see, and there was a few other people there as well, and you could see that there was only 13 of them, 14 of them, and I don't do these things for profit. I don't. I'll tell you exactly how much I made in March. £1.50. That was it. By the time it paid out for everything, sorted everything, £1.50. That's all I made. And I don't do it for the profit. I do it because it's something different for them. And like I said, I done it as a training run, and I thought, this would make a really good race. And someone talked me into doing it, and I just thought, right, let's get it out there. So yeah, you do a 9-mile loop as many times as you can in 8 hours. It is a bit of a beast, but it is achievable to hit your ultra goal.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do 30 miles, you could. Someone turned up in March, and all he wanted to do was 30 miles. So he done 3 loops, and he went back out, done an extra 3 miles, turned around and come back in. And he actually done 33 miles. He didn't quite work out that if he'd done 3 miles out and then had to come back, he would be 33.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. But we do a winter edition as well. So that's now in October 5th. But I cap it at 30 to 35 people. This one's being capped at 35 people. I've got 5 places left, and that's it. It's sold. It'll be sold out, which is what I want. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. There's a few people that done a wild horse, and a few people that done an Epona in on this one as well. So this one's going to be slightly harder than in March, I think. But there is a few twists and turns with it as well. So you don't just basically go up and do one loop and then go and do another loop. I will mix it up a bit. I can't say any more than that, because then that's just going to give it all away.
Yeah.
But it's not boring. So don't think that you're just going to get bored after doing the first loop, Because honestly, you do the first loop and you think, oh, yeah, this is quite nice. This is all right. This is.
Yeah.
And then you come back in and then you're like, oh man, I gotta go back out. I gotta go up that hill. Oh my fucking god! And then you get halfway up on the second loop and you're thinking, oh shit, what have I done? What have I done? But it is good. It's it is a bit of a beast, but it is a doable beast, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah. What's the record so far for most loops?
I think what did Luke did? I think Luke did 5 loops.
Okay.
4 or 5 loops. Yeah, so 9. Yeah, I think he done 5 loops. Luke and Steve. Luke came in first. The majority you will get 3 in. You could walk 3. You could walk 3. 4 is the majority of it, I would say.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it is. It's quite good. It's quite good, and the trophies are fantastic. I got a company. I keep everything local, so all the trophies are made in Bridgend, by a company called Alchemy. Alchemy Engravers. They're fantastic, and they go above and beyond for me. I go in and tell them the design I want. I show them, and I just let them get on with it. I trust them implicitly.
Yeah.
And then I got the printing of the t-shirts. That's a local company as well. Yeah, so I try and keep everything local in Bridgend.
Yeah. If say like multiple people finished lap 5, is it the first person back that gets?
Yes.
Okay.
So say.
So you wouldn't do like half a lap or something.
Like Steve and Luke done 5, either 4, 5 laps, I think it was, and the first person in on that 5th lap was Luke. That's how he won.
Yeah.
There was a bit of confusion, don't get me wrong, in second and third and first female, because 2 people decided to leave and everybody forgot about them, and then when everybody came in, and then we think, all right, that's first, second, third. A couple of days later, I was thinking, nah, that's not right. Paul left earlier, but he'd completed it and 4 laps before the third person did. So yeah, we had to rectify all of that. But that won't happen again this year. It was the first race, so give me a break.
Yeah, it's a learning curve.
It is a learning
Everything
curve.
is.
It is, yeah. But
yeah.
I'm hoping it'll grow. I never wanted to go over. I've got to be honest. I don't want to go over 40 people. I could not. I don't want it to be over that. And someone said to me the other day, "Oh, why didn't you want to go any bigger? And do you think the name of it is going to be is putting people off this, that, and the other?" And like, I'm sorry, that's the name of it. It is hateful. And when you're doing that 8 hours, if you're going to do that 8 hours, then it is hateful.
I think the sort of people that sign up to these events, they get drawn in by
exactly
a name like that. They want that suffering.
They do. I mean, if I seen it, I'd be. I gotta be honest. I went up and done it last weekend. I done 2 loops of it. I went, oh, fucking hell, let's go. Then I went back out and done more, but I wasn't running because of my foot at the moment. Like I said earlier on about my toes.
Yeah.
I really think I've done something bad to them. But the pain isn't there when I'm running. It's only when I'm walking. So I went and walked up the hill of the 8x8 and then run the rest. But I couldn't do any more because it started to swell. So I thought, hey, I better stop now. Didn't want to, but I did. Rested it for a bit and then went back out and done some more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of what's coming up with the surgery and everything, I'm trying to keep my mind busy at the moment. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. It's not grown, so it's okay.
Yeah. Is there any other events that you're looking at putting on?
Yes. Right. The 8x8 is. I want it to be a series in March. Basically, I want it to entice people into doing ultras. So, like I said, the Pegasus events are fantastic. So, if you want to go and do a Pegasus event, but you're a little bit like, I really don't want to go and I'm afraid you're a newcomer to doing it. then this is great start for you because you can jump in and go and do your 3 loops of 27. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm doing it in March. Their first race then is in April. So I'm hoping to be able to push them, steer them towards who haven't done a Pegasus event to go and do that down that road. But what I want to do is in March is do a series. So there's 5 weeks in March. So 4 weekends of that 5 weeks. So the first 2 weekends is race day. First 2 Saturdays is race day. And the last 2 Saturdays is race day. So you have a week off in between. And then whoever accumulates the most mileage, and if you sign up for all 4, you get at a reduced rate, obviously, and you sign up and you get all the most mileage out of it, is the winner of a trophy. It's a very, very cool trophy that I've got planned and is in design now. But it could even if one person just turned up and done the 4, I'd be like, fucking hell, respect, like, because that is hard to do.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard. Whereas Pegasus have got the slam, and that is solid, absolutely solid. I got to be honest, because you've got like 3. You do the first one. The first one's quite easy because you're training all the way up to it. Then you do your training. You do the race. You finish the race, and then you've got 3 weeks before the next one. And you're thinking, fucking hell. And I done it last year, and I found it hard. I did find it hard. And like this one with the 8 for 8, if you do it 4 weekends, I mean, that's going to give you a good booster to go and do something like the slam or the 200 or the 100.
Yeah.
Or any 100 or 200s. But I'm very biased anyway. I wouldn't go anywhere else other than Pegasus. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. With the series then, is that going to be the same course each time, or are you doing 4 different locations?
It'll be the same location,
but with a twist.
Yeah, but with 4 different. There'll still be 9 miles.
Okay.
But with 4 different routes. Right.
Interesting.
I'll let a cat out of the bag, right? Because I got bored. Like I said, I was doing that I wanted to do the Grim Reaper. I designed the course, done the training, done everything. Got bored very quickly of the same fucking route. I thought, right, that's good, that's what I need. And it came to the point where I thought, I can't fucking do this anymore. Can't. Every weekend, I was doing the same one every weekend, hence the series.
Yeah.
And I was a lot fitter. Over the last year, I've put on a bit of weight because of health issues and everything, and medication. But it was like, fucking hell, this is boring. But it was hard. I'd do it every Saturday. Every Saturday I would do it. And I'd managed to do 30 miles every Saturday. And I thought, right, fine. Let's see if I can find another route. So where the race is put on, I was born. So earlier on when I said that when I was 10 and they couldn't keep me in, now I know why I was like I was. Because I was looking into the future, looking for the fucking races I was going to put on in the future. The routes I know off by heart. So, but no one can get lost because they're fully marked out. So people are asking me for GPX maps and the routes and this, that and the other. I can't give them to you because they could change on the day. So the one that Luke went on in March may be different to the one that he's doing soon. Maybe.
We'll see.
We will see.
No, that's really interesting. I love twists to these races. It makes me think of the Barclay.
On the last one, I made them go back around in reverse. So basically, they done. If you said to me, like my mate Barry, he turned around and went on the second one. He said, "I'm doing one more loop, and that's it." I said, "All right, cool," because he was training for a race and he didn't want to push himself. I said, "Cool, mate, not a problem." I said, "Well, do me a favour then." I said, everybody that was going to do 3, that done 3 loops, I was going to send them in reverse. And reverse is fucking harder because you're going up through the forestry and then coming down the tarmac, and that hurts. So he went off and done it on the second loop. So his third loop around, he was doing it then. everybody else come in and done third. There was a couple of others that done their third loop. Everybody else who come in on the third went and done their fourth loop in reverse. And yeah, so that was that one. But this year is going to be slightly different. Well, this one, not this year. This one is going to be slightly different for them as well, because there is a few more twists. Hence why I was out there last weekend.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
There's a marathon I want to put on as well. I've just started mapping that out. There's an 8 miler that I do. That's going to be back up in March. There was a night run I wanted to put on as well in March, but to be honest, the insurance is like a fucking nightmare for that one. So it's bad enough now. So I thought, nah, I'm cutting that one out.
Yeah.
But the 8 miler, I'm going to do an half marathon, a marathon, and the ultra. And then in October, then we'll do the winter series, which will only be the ultra and either the marathon or the half. But the marathon is with a twist. It's got a few river crossings, and yeah, it's good. It's really good.
What goes into putting on one of these events then? Because like, there's gonna be way more to it than people realise.
Blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of again planning. It's financially, like I said, I made £1.50 profit, and I'm not in it to make a profit. I'm in it to put on a fucking good race for people to have a good time, and I think I did that in March. I think everybody come away from there and they were like, "Oh yeah, this was good, Kev. This was really good," and it went better than what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
What goes into it? Like I said, blood, sweat, and tears. There's a lot of planning. It all comes together on the day. Volunteers, I found hard for the one in March, the ultra in March. The 8 mile one that we put on, fantastic. I had enough volunteers. The ultra, the loop, it was fucking. There was about 4 of us, and I needed about 6 people on for the first probably 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because once you've done one loop, you're all right. Once you've done 2 loops, you're all right. You know the route, even though it's fully marked out. Someone's bound to get lost in there.
Yeah.
You lose concentration. I've done it myself. I mean, I've done the hour fucking 3 times. I got lost this year. Fucking lost. And there was a guy I got lost with. He's done it 5 times. And amongst us, we should never have got lost. Like, we just were too busy talking and missed the turning. And there is 1 or 2 turnings on the 8 that you could miss if you weren't being aware.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get severely lost. You'd end up where you have to end up, but you wouldn't be on the route, and it wouldn't be as enjoyable.
Yeah.
But the planning is really hard. It's finding the volunteers, and luckily a lot of people have volunteered for this one in October, so I'm hoping that it'll go smoothly.
Yeah.
Hoping.
So going back to you personally then, and the ultras you've done, what's been the hardest one that you've taken part in? What's been the one that's like got you down to almost breaking point?
The one that breaks me every time, and it's on my doorstep, is the Vogel. I fucking hate it. I would say that now. I find that harder than the Cannon. I find it harder than the Edam. I just fucking hate it. I can get to Barry. As soon as I get to Barry, everything falls apart. Every year I've done it, everything falls apart. My feet go to bits. All right up until then. As soon as I get to Barry, they just fucking fall apart. So from Barry to Penarth, the 8 miles there, that is the worst time of my life. It took me 4 fucking hours this year. 4 hours to get there. I was like, my God, it took me 4 hours to do 8 miles. Like, I was like, fucking hell, I was in bits.
Yeah.
And I was suffering, absolutely suffering. Luckily, I was with a good friend of mine, Carrie Ann, and if she hadn't been there, I would have been a fucking bitch. But she was in pain as much as I was, and it was fucking awful, absolutely awful. That's the one that breaks me. Longer distances don't seem to break me because I can get up in the morning. I have to get up in the morning. My feet, like I said earlier on, my feet, the plantar fasciitis is terrible. I've tabbed most of my life being in the army and what we did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always had to be on my feet then, so I can get up and go. It takes me a good 4 miles for them to warm up these days, but I can keep going. So I'd rather keep going, but the shorter distances seem to, I don't know what it is. Fucking Vogum just kills me. I think it's the sand, to be honest, in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I live on that stretch down there, and I should be used to it, but I'm not. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. I think I've done sections of the route because I went running with Mike and Lee. Mike gave us a lovely tour around Barry when we went running with him. So I'm pretty sure he took me down parts of the routes, and it is nice, but there are some proper hard sections. Reese definitely knows how to pick a route.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah, he's a sadistic bastard. As much as he's a good mate, he's a sadistic fucker.
Yeah, I mean, everyone always says the Canham, because it's just, what is it, 40, 30? 40 miles on a canal path.
It's fucking horrendous. That is soul destroying, but I would rather do that than the Vogum. I just, because you're on the cliff tops as well, and the heat, and this year the heat was fucking searing, so that's just made it worse. Like,
yeah,
the Canham I've done twice, Vogum I've done 4 times.
The one that breaks you, you've done the most. Yeah. That sums you up, I think.
It's the Howam I love. I love the Howam. Absolutely love it. The Edam is just fucking Edam, innit? But I love the Pigham. The Pigham that's a bastard.
Is that the one in Mid Wales?
Yeah, no, that's the one in Abergavenny.
Abergavenny, okay.
That's...
Oh, after the Epona, where it starts the same route. Okay.
That's fucking... I love that. I do like that. That is a bit of a... That's a ball breaker. That one hurts. That's only 30, but that one hurts. And I like that one.
What about the rhythm? I'm only asking because I'm doing it this year.
I love the rhythm. But
okay.
None of them are easy, but I think that's the easiest one.
Okay.
Honestly, I do. It's enjoyable. It's really enjoyable. You'll love it.
Yeah.
You'll love it. I'll be at the end. I'll be at the back because I'm doing it this year as well. Again. So yeah, you'll like that one.
I'm going to know a lot of people at the Rhythm this year because the amount of people that have come on the podcast that are like, oh, I'm doing the Rhythm, because obviously you've got Dan and Jenks doing their slams and stuff. But then I had these guys, they did Penavan 20 times. 2 of them had signed up to the Rhythm as well. And we, on the podcast, we managed to talk the other 2 to signing up. So... yeah, just so many people are going to be there that I know. It's going to be just like a podcast reunion in my eyes. And seeing Reese again, because obviously I've had him on.
Yeah.
It's going to be a right laugh for me.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's, 3 weeks away?
Is that your furthest you've done?
It's, matching the furthest I've done. Because I've done have you heard of the OTT Ultra?
Yeah.
I've done that one 2 years now. I did 2019. First ever ultra. Training for it was, I did the Cardiff half without training, and then was like, I could do an ultra, and signed up to that.
Yeah, you sound like me.
Yeah. So I did that. I really hated myself for that event for so long. And Dan's actually the person that made me feel good about it, because I came within 1 minute of the cutoff, and I hate that, until he was like, you got full value, and I was like,
You
Yeah,
did.
I guess I did. Like,
Exactly.
there was a couple of people that came in after me, but because they came in after the cut off, they were DNFs. Whereas my name is the last official finisher.
Everybody's got to come first, and somebody's got to come first, and somebody's got to come last,
Yeah,
and you just enjoy it. I'm. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm competitive, but I'm competitive in to myself.
yeah,
So when I do them, I'm not out there to win them. I'm not out there to try and win them. I'm out there to beat my demons in my head.
yeah,
To forget about my life for that. Put myself in this bubble of all my friends for that good day, and I'm there to enjoy every single minute of it.
yeah,
And I do. I love every second of it. Might fucking call Reese all the names under the sun at some stages, but I love every single bit of it.
yeah,
Absolutely love every single bit of it. And I love meeting up with my friends, seeing them along the line. Even like with Dan, he'll be in front of me some days. Sometimes he's behind, whatever. And we catch up with each other all the time. And everybody is there for each other. The ones I feel sorry for are the ones that win it. Because they miss so much out. Because all that's in mind is, I've got to win this. And that's it. And I get it. I absolutely get it. And I wish I had the determination and the commitment to doing that.
yeah,
But I'm sorry, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the winner. Even if I come last, I'm the winner. As long as I have finished it, I'm the winner. It doesn't
yeah,
bother me. Like I said, I've DNF'd in so many races. Um, a lot of times. I mean, I done one race. I done a Namibia Ultra a long time ago now, and that was Christ 2000 2007, 2008. It
yeah,
wasn't long after Deck was born, so it was about 2008. Back it out. A lot of money that cost me. The most expensive one I've ever paid, and the most expensive 26 miles I've ever done. But hey, I did it. It was an experience, and if I hadn't done that, then who knows? I might not have been here now. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I may not be still doing the ultras.
yeah,
So everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? And that's going back to being with Jake and Deck. Jake gave me the strength to bring Deck up,
yeah,
to make sure that I was there and I was strong enough to bring him through all his operations. And that's the only way I can look at it, and that's the only fucking sense I can make out of why I lost that boy.
yeah,
And that is honestly, it's the only thing I can think of.
yeah. These things come here to test you and build your character.
Like I said before, right? Before I started doing ultras and the running punks and meeting the running punks and meeting Pegasus family, I wasn't a nice person. I wasn't.
Yeah,
I wasn't. I was the worst person you wouldn't want to see me. I was the biggest pisshead, and I was just a waste of fucking space. Like, and I know that, but I can hold my hands up and say, yeah, I was that. I'm not now, and I try now for every single day. I try to be the best version of me that I can be, whether I'm helping somebody or not. Um, I'm there for them,
yeah,
and that goes for anybody who's listening, or ever who suffers with PTSD, who suffers with any mental health issues. I'm not a counsellor in any way, shape, or form, but I'm a fucking friend, and if you want to speak to me, just reach out.
yeah,
Because we need that in this day and age. I need it as well. I'm like I said, I'm lucky enough. I've got friends that I can talk to. Dan being one of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the similar sort of reasoning behind why you volunteer at these events as well?
Yeah.
to just be that person that's going to help people through the sort of tough times.
Yeah. I love volunteering for them. Even more so now, since I put on my races. I'd volunteered beforehand, but now it's like it's how can I explain it? I get more of a buzz out of seeing somebody cross that line more than what I would cross that line. It's like seeing Jenks cross in the opponent. That was me, absolutely phenomenal. I was like crying my friggin' eyes out. Reese Morgan, Dan coming across the line. I was there to see him come across the line, and I was like him and Joe, and I was just like, God. And I was a bit in the beginning because I was supposed to be doing it as well, and I was hoping to have gone around with them or kept up with them. But I had a bit of resentment in myself for not being there, and I was a bit jealous that they were doing it and I wasn't. But I couldn't have done it this year. There's no way. And seeing him cross our line, him and Joe, was just like one of the best days of my life. Yeah. I've got to be honest. And Sarah, watching her come across the line as well, that was phenomenal. She's another good friend.
Yeah. No, you've got the people around you, and it's all from running. Like we said earlier, like the South Wales running community is just completely unmatched. I don't know what it is about that community. I've been in so many different sporting environments and communities. I've competed in like everything, and I've been around the people, and there is nothing like the South Wales running community.
It's not.
It is
at all.
Yeah, phenomenal with Pegasus, with Running Punks, just with everyone that I've met, whether they're in it or not. Just
even
anyone
the
involved.
She Runs Cardiff lot, it's phenomenal. All of the South Wales community is phenomenal. I got to be honest, the running, it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like that throughout the rest of the country, or other countries, whether it's just an ultra community thing, but South Wales seems special to me.
When I started doing these in 2007-ish, 2008, there was a very small minority of us doing it. I think you'd be lucky to get about 50 people on a race. And it was very close, and we were very, very tight community then.
Yeah.
Then you go into like 2000 and skip a few years, 2016 to 2017 to 2020. It started getting really popular, didn't it? Really, ultra started, and a lot of people started doing it, and we lost the community side of things. I find anyway, and that's luckily enough for me. That's when my injuries came along, and I decided, right, let's pull out a bit. Like, there was a lot of egos flying around then. And then when I came back into it, like I said, just after COVID, it was back to where it was in the old days, and that's why I love the Pegasus family, because you've got that community, and that's why I'm trying to build with the 8x8. It's majority of it is through the punks and through the Pegasus, and maybe one or two who's not linked with either have come in.
Yeah.
But honestly, in March, like I said, there was only about 15 of them. But what a day! It was absolutely brilliant day. It was hard work. It was the hardest I've worked for years, I think. But no, it was well worth it.
No, it sounds like it's a cracking event. I'm hoping one year I'll manage to convince myself to jump on it.
Yeah, you can. Come down in October. Come on. There's a space there for you. Space there for you.
I don't know if I can commit to it. I've
see.
got
October the 5th. You can.
There we go. If anyone else wants to try and bully me into it, you've got until October the 5th.
We can get him into it.
I'm meant to be in my recovery phase then, building up, because I've got my. This is actually going to be quite interesting. Recording this now, week away from my world record attempt.
Mm-hmm.
This will be coming out after my world record attempt.
Right.
So, for those listening, you probably already know if I've done it or not. So, I'm envious of those listening because I really want to know what's going to happen next weekend. But then I've got 2 weeks off, and then the rhythm, and then I haven't announced these yet, but I've got challenges that I've planned for next year already.
Right.
So it's then going to be going into recovering, building my base back up, and then
see,
challenges.
The 8 could be the last one for you. You have a nice recovery after that. Nice slow recovery. You've got 8 hours to do as many loops as you want.
I was thinking of doing, because Big Moose were doing that 24-hour Penavan challenge the week after the rhythm. I was thinking of doing that, but they've cancelled that now, I think.
Well, there you are then.
So
Fate, see? Fate. Go on, it's there for you. I'll send you the link later.
I'll have to see if I can get the time off work. We'll see. But I am doing... I will say the first of my next challenges is going to be Gertlush have just announced they're doing a Wales backyard ultra.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted to do a proper backyard ultra. And I've had Paul on the podcast, so like as soon as it got released, he did what you're going to do. Just sent me the link and was like, you know you want to.
You know you do.
And I was like, oh, I do. You know I want to, because we spoke about I really want to do a backyard. And
when's that?
That's March, April, I think.
See, now, if you're going to do that in March, you're not going to be able to do the 8 for 8 in March. So you're going to have to go a year again then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you might as well do it in October, which will prepare you.
I'll have a think.
It's sort of similar.
The other one I'm not going to announce on air yet, but I am going to announce that one soon. But I'll tell you off air. I think you're gonna love it. And all of this talk that I've said about me not being a runner is going to be flipped on its head completely. That is what I'm announcing here. I will consider myself a runner after this, I promise. If I don't, then there's something wrong with me.
There's one or two. There's something I'm putting together. It's in North Wales, but that's got to be for me and Dan and one other. Dan knows about it, but I don't think he's fully realised how crazy this is going to be. It's not that far. It's only 380 miles, but it's how it's going to be done.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of planning on it, but he said, "Yeah, we'll do it." But I'm thinking, this is gonna hurt next year. So we got to see first. We got to see. I got to get through the rhythm, and I got to get through. I got to get through the wild horse and the Epona first. So it may even go into 2026.
Yeah.
But that's how much planning it's got to be. It's 380, but I'm trying to push it to 400.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit of a beast as well. But yeah.
Is it in Wales?
Yeah, North Wales.
North Wales. Oh, some good elevation up there.
And brutal weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
But
I'm
not
excited.
saying any more other than that.
I'm excited to hear more about that when you announce it.
I will tell you off.
This is the best thing about the podcast is like straight after, like people are just like, so this is what I'm planning. I can't tell everyone, but and then I get all of it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, so many ideas. It just gives me ideas. It's quite dangerous at times.
There's a few things ready bumping around that I'm trying to get out for. Like next year is all from the rhythm now. I'm training towards that, and so once that's out of the way, I'm gonna have a week off, and then from there onwards, I'm gonna get the treatment done, and then I'm looking at just training fully then for the wild horse, and then That's how it's going to be. That's the only way it can be these days now. So, and then have a little break and do the Epona. And then after that, then that's when I got to look at what I got to concentrate on. Mad Running Junkies itself as the business,
Yeah.
And the races, and then it's going to be one of the like I said, there's four things I've got planned, but it'd probably be 2026 before they come, which will make me 2 years older, and I'm fucking old now. So yeah, let's see how that goes.
Talking about challenges, Jenks has just announced his recent one. Have you seen that yet?
No.
So he's gonna do 100 miles, but back and forth along Barry Promenade. Yeah, as if he hasn't put himself through enough already this year, because he's doing it in September, and I'm just like, you've just done the slam, and
That's just crazy.
yeah,
That is, but yeah, I can relate to him doing that. Yeah, he would do that.
the slam, Epona, and then his own 100 miler that he's just doing for a laugh.
That's just like Dan in it with that the roundabout, and I know the roundabout that he goes around and round and round. And yeah, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to join me?" I'm like, "Fucking hell, no, not really, but I will." I'm not going to do it all, but I'll do some of it with him.
Yeah.
But that's just back and forth the prom. Yeah, fuck that. That would bore the pants off me.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why he wants to do it, and I'm just like, oh, mate.
Yeah, he's
I mean, I can't talk because I'm going to be flipping a tyre for trying to do that for a marathon. But there's, I don't know, it's in my head it's different, but it's really not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, when I first had the idea, I didn't really think it through. No. I didn't realise how much time it takes to flip a tyre.
I've just come up with a fucking great idea as well. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this one. Go
on. Because I was like, yeah, like 24 hours. I reckon I can do it for 24 hours doing a marathon. I'm like, I was thinking I could probably run a marathon on flat in around 4 hours. People can get through it in like 6 to 8 hours, like bimbling along. I was like, so say it takes 6 hours, times that by 4, roughly 24 hours. That should be enough time. And the closer I've got to it, the more I focused on timing how far I've been going. And I've been like, like on a good day, it takes me 45 minutes to do half a mile. On a all right day, it takes me about an hour to do half a mile. And that's not considering breaks, food, maybe a nap here and there. And I'm like, without that, like that's already like 52 hours. And I was just like, shit, 52 hours?
What have I said?
Yeah. And I'm glad I've booked off 3 days to do it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm like, I'll get to the third day and like if I haven't done it, then what, am I just going to go straight into work?
No, you do need a break.
Yeah.
You need recovery.
So
you'll do it. You'll do it. You'll be fine. I got all the confidence in the world.
Everyone's saying that, and this is the first time I'm doing something, and I'm like, what the fuck am I actually doing?
Yeah, right, but what's the worst that can happen? Literally, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, I don't really know. Just not doing the distance.
So, and?
Yeah.
But you'll have done further than what you'd ever done before flipping a fucking tyre.
Yeah.
So, you're still a winner. You still achieved something.
This has been a massive thought in my head for so long now because like
don't let it beat you up.
Yeah.
Don't focus too much on that because that will be your downfall. You're going to punish yourself. You said earlier on about the DNFs. I suffered fucking loads in the beginning when I started DNFing and thinking, fucking hell, I'm going to give up on this shit. I'm not cut out to do this crap. I can't do this crap. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What's the point? But when you bring yourself back from that and you keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So if you fail this year, right? You won't, but if you did, right? Would you go back next year and do it?
I don't know. This is what I'm trying to get my head around.
You would. Do you know why? Because you're the same mentality as the fucking lot of us. You're too stubborn, too proud, and like, right, that's not going to beat me. That's not going to defeat me. I will do it.
Yeah.
I will do it. I will do it. It took me, like I said, it took me ages. It took me fucking years to get over the DNFs. What the fuck am I doing that for? What am I doing that for? Everybody finishing and getting a medal, and I'm coming in like, oh, fuck, I missed the cut-off point. Oh, fuck, I missed that cut-off point. I've missed that one. And when I achieved the cut-off point, even though I was second but last, it was the best day of my fucking life.
Yeah.
So you will do it. You've just got to stop worrying about what's coming.
Yeah.
Put your mind into what you've got to do. Don't worry about the outcome until the last section of it. If at 23 hours you still haven't fucking got 20 miles, then what are you going to do? Walk away? No. Because you will fucking flip it and flip it and flip it until you can hit that 24. Correct?
Yeah.
Right. And then you will know what your time is. And then you'll be able to carry on next year, and you'll go back and do it again. But you will do it anyway this year, so don't fucking
I find it funny how much thoughts we put onto some self-imposed goals. Like, no one's told me I have to do a marathon. Like, no. The world record isn't a marathon. The world record is like the greatest distance in 24 hours is 11 kilometers. And I was like, I've said I want to do a marathon, so if it takes me 2 days, fine, I'll set out 2 days for it. Right. But if I then don't hit a marathon, say I get to like 20 miles, I'm not sure if I'm going to be happy enough with that to just let it be and be like, well, I've got a world record, I've done something no one else on this planet's ever done. Or will I be like, oh, I didn't hit a marathon? And
so how many hours you've given yourself to do the marathon? 24.
Just as long as it takes.
Well, there you are then. So fucking just do it then. You'll do it. What the fuck are you worried about? It's gonna be you're gonna do it. You want to beat that, what was it, 11 kilometers?
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a thing in my head. Like, my marathon is.
Well, there you are.
That's the thing.
You will be fine. Yeah. You will do it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got all the faith in the world.
I'm glad someone does, because I fucking don't.
Anyway, once you've done that one, I think we should get a team together and do a log run over 100 miles.
Okay.
Carrying the log.
Yeah, I'm up
We
for
should fucking find some people to do it. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm too short.
You can help organise it. Pick a route.
It. Yeah. 4 people. Log run. 100 miles.
I'm putting it out there. If anyone wants to become like a true adventure athlete.
And you've got to be all at the same height, to be honest. Because otherwise it's hard work. Trust me, I know. From doing long runs in the army, but I had all fucking left. I was too short.
Here we go. Anyone wants to become a proper adventure athlete, we'll get you on the podcast afterwards, because fucking hell, if you're going to run 100 miles with a log with us, whoo, you deserve to be in this chair.
I'll just crew it.
Yeah, you've heard it here first. Get in on it. But be an adventure athlete. It's going to be... Fuck, that's stupid. I've never even run 100 miles. Like, you want me to do it with a log? I love the idea.
I know, it's fucking mental.
If I do this before...
Shit comes out of my head straight away, like.
Yeah.
That's literally just now.
If I do this before I've done an actual 100 miler, that is going to be mental. Because I've been talking myself out of 100 milers for God knows how long now. And as soon as you said that, I'm like, yeah, fucking do right. Oh, and I need to not hang around with people.
To do it.
Go on, name him.
Bob.
I was thinking Bob.
Yeah.
I've been spending a lot of time with Bob as well.
Yeah.
He's helped me with this whole setup. I'm seeing him like most weeks at the moment, so I'm definitely gonna have words with him. Yeah. Bob, we've called you out, mate. You got to do it. He's been called out now. There's no way Bob will turn it down.
Oh, there's no way he will. Like I said, I'm not doing it, mind, right? So I'm too fucking old now, Bob.
I'm trying to think who else we could convince to do it. Bob's definitely crazy enough. I want to say, do you know Terry Rosamond? No. I've actually got his brand on Team Rockman. He's going for a world record himself. The world's largest GPX cock and balls.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Now you say that? Yes, I do.
If you haven't seen that, go and check Terry out because he's fucking hilarious. I've had him on the podcast twice now. I think he's stupid enough to sign up for it, but he's also like he'll tell you himself he's not fit. He feels weird coming on here because he's like, I'm just a fat guy that sets challenges, and I'm like, that's why we love you, Terry. I'm really trying to think who else I could get into it. What do you reckon? Do you reckon Lee would do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he would actually.
Yeah, because he's not quite there in the head either, is he? Love you, Lee, but yeah you're not quite there.
He's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, you got any other ideas while we're on the topic of it?
A few others, but I'll keep them. Yeah, I don't mind putting them out there. I'm not doing them. That those days are gone for me.
Oh, I'm getting deep into it. I've got my 12 labours challenge, but I keep coming up with, I call them side quests.
Yeah.
And I just get sucked in, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. Like a couple of weeks ago, me and Bob were attempting to do a 24-hour cycle, just on a whim. I was just like, yeah, let's do this. We'll make like a little YouTube video. And yeah, I got 6. I'm not a cyclist. Bob is.
Bob is,
I'm not, and we got like, I think we got like 3.5 hours in. Like, we just made it across the bridge into England, started going through Bristol and heading towards Oxford, and I just had a twinge in my knee, and I was like, oh, I probably should call this. And he was like, yeah, I don't know why the fuck you said to do this so close to your tyre flip. Like, I was just coming along for a laugh, but like, the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, you should have said something beforehand, Bob. But I was like, yeah, I'm not risking the tyre flip over this. Like, as much as I do want to just do it for a laugh, see how far I can get in 24 hours, I was like, it's not really worth it. But then I still had to cycle back to Newport to get the train to Caerphilly, and I was like, it's not exactly like pulling out, is it? Like, then cycled another 2 hours. And then I missed out on like an hour cycling, but it was the hilliest section, so I was definitely grateful for the train. Bob was like, I'm not getting the train, fuck that, I'll meet you back at yours. Cycle back here. Yeah. But I was like, yeah, I can't turn him down. So when you're going on about the Hateful Eight Winter Edition, I'm like, oh fuck, he said it now. It's gonna be in my head. You're gonna have to do it.
Have to. Even if it just 3 loops.
Yeah.
3 loops.
1 loop's enough.
3 loops.
I'll have a think.
Right. I'll send you the link.
I need to stop hanging around with people. I need to stop this podcast. Full stop. It gets me into trouble. What's next for you then? Like, we've said about a few things, but what's on the cards now?
This year, just to finish that. I'm hoping to get a place for Snowdonia for the marathon up there. Can't get in. I didn't get in this year. Did last year. Managed to buy a space last year. And I really want to do it this year because I want to beat my time from last year. I didn't put anything into it last year, and I was so underprepared for it last year. Really, really, really was. Fucking had such a bad experience on it. fucking first 15 miles, cramping all the time. Forgot my water bottles, so that didn't help. So I was just picking up the water bottles off the aid station, off the checkpoints, and carrying one of them, swishing around. Where I was just, fuck this. Throw that. Didn't want that. They can keep that. Put it in the bin. Off I went. By the time I got back and finished, don't get me wrong, it was alright. It was something like 6 hours, something like that. It was alright. It is what it is. But I didn't put any effort into it because I was in so much pain for the first 15 miles. After that, I came to life, and thought, oh yeah, let's go, and I went. And then at the end, I had the most horrific time because I couldn't piss. I literally didn't piss for 8 hours. It was fucking horrendous. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I come to the point where I thought I need to phone an ambulance because it was so bad. Luckily then I had a shower and everything, and I'd settled down. But 8 hours of not pissing was fucking killing me. And in the end I did. I was due, like, but I thought something was seriously bad, like. But I want to go back and do that this year, and I want to give it a good go in.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm really aiming for this year. Next year, Epona, Wild Horse, something else. But that's one of my own challenges. And I want to concentrate on the 8x8 and Mad Running Junkies down there. There'll be other races other than the 8x8 as well. So that's going to take a lot of my time, plus work as well, which work just gets in the way and it's fucking horrible. Yep. Stupid now. I was fucking self-employed for 25 years. Loved it. And I'm going to go and work for a company now for the last 3 years. Like, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? what am I doing? It's amazing what somebody offers you some money to do it.
Yeah.
But then, if I didn't have the job that I've got now, then I wouldn't be able to put it on the races that I want to put on. So, yeah, but it's all swings and roundabouts, like I said. It's fate. Next year, like I said, Wild Horse, Epona, one of my other challenges. 2026 is going to be the year for when I want to do other things. That's the one. That's the North Wales one. Yeah. That's the 400 that I want to do up there.
Yeah.
But I've got to plan that out now next year, this year and next year.
Yeah.
But it's getting the time to do that. As we know, everybody's busy and work comes into it. We've all got to work, so yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Right. Last question then. What is your challenge for the listeners this week?
Ooh, I don't know, to be honest. I knew you were going to ask me this. I've been thinking and thinking and thinking. Help me. I hate it when people put me on the spot like this. Come on, give me some ideas.
You've listened to the podcast.
I know.
You knew it was one of the questions.
I can't fucking. I don't know.
If you could think of like what the overarching theme of this podcast would be,
Yes.
and then try and link it to that. Like, what would you say the overarching theme's been today? What's the message we've got out from doing this?
Not a DNF anything. Don't be afraid of DNF anything. Just believe in yourself, basically. Right. I honestly, I don't I hate it when people do that. Absolutely hate it.
All right. Well, you can have a think. If you think of something, send it across to me.
I will.
And I will add it
Do you know
into
what?
the end.
I've been thinking and thinking and thinking for days, and I'm just like, fucking hell. I just don't know how many people are as crazy as us, man.
Doesn't matter. I mean, if they're listening to this, they
They've
get
got
the
to be
gist
quite
of
crazy, haven't they?
yeah,
Right.
or they're going to be interested in crazy. So it might be about getting them across that first bit of crazy in their life.
Right. Right. Let's have a think quickly then. I just want people to take themselves out of their comfort zone, to be honest with you.
What's been the biggest thing that's got you out of your comfort zone?
Well, running gets me out of my comfort zone. That's it, like. But, right, basically, if you're a runner, I want you to deadlift. I want you to deadlift your body weight 15 times for 3 sets. If you're a gym rat and you can lift, I want you to run an half marathon,
Half marathon.
because that is when you realise what runners have to go through. As soon as you get to fucking 13 miles, you're like, holy fuck, how do people push past this?
Yeah.
And they do. And that is the main thing for me, is that 13 miles is where people learn, I think, anyway. They find out about themselves and discover what's the next step they can take. And when you're doing deadlifts, I think it's that second set that you do,
especially at that many reps.
Yeah.
I avoid high reps on deadlifts and squats. They are just the most soul-crushing things.
Squats, I agree with. Yeah, I'd go heavy, but lower reps. Deadlifts, do your body weight. You should be able to lift your body weight and go higher, and that will build it stronger.
I'm gonna tell a funny story about deadlifting body weight. So I do personal training.
Mm-hmm.
One of my clients, I've got like this app that I was using at the time. I don't get along well with fitness apps and training apps and stuff, and it didn't let me do what I wanted to do. So I do fitness testing with all my clients, and I was like, right, these are the tests I want you to do. And one of the tests is I get them to load bar up with body weight, and I see how many reps of the deadlift they can do in a minute. And it wouldn't let me put that in. It had to say an amount of reps. So I put like, just 100 reps. But in the notes, I was like, do it for a minute. Tell me how many you get. That's your score. She didn't read the notes. So she saw one set of 100 reps at body weight. And this was her first session with me. And I was like, go off, record your things and send them to me. And she was like, I've got the video from today's test in the deadlift one. I'm going to send it through to you in bits. And I was like, what? It's a minute long. Like, why are you sending in bits? And she spent 2.5 hours basically doing deadlifts because she wasn't built for deadlifts, and she had just done 100 at body weight, and it broke her.
Oh my god!
I was worried I was going to lose a client that day, but that's what she wants. Is she wants the crazy.
That's the majority of things. I find we don't grow unless we push ourselves out the comfort zone, and you've got to push yourself out that comfort zone. You've got to.
Yeah.
For any progression whatsoever in any sport, you've got to push yourself out that comfort zone. It's not all about becoming first. It isn't. It's about taking part and learning about yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it's about for me.
Definitely. Right. If people want to follow you online and sign up to your events, where can they find you online?
Right. Online, it's Madden Junkie on Instagram. You can go on SIE entries and look up the 8 for 8 and sign up for that. I'm on Facebook. I don't do it that much. It's mostly on Instagram.
Amazing. Well, thank you for coming down and being on the podcast, and I look forward to listening to your challenge ideas off air.